Hello friends, I am Dr. Deepak Kumar Gupta from Krishna Engineering College, Ghaziabad. I again welcome you all in my lecture series on digital system design. This is my third lecture. In this lecture, we will study the different binary codes, and also we are able to convert from one code to another code. So the binary codes, its types and conversion is the main focus of this lecture. So in digital data, we can represent, we can store, we can transmit the various digital information in the form of different binary groups. They're called binary codes. So here we have a numerous types of codes. We can classify them according to the different category. For example, here we have two different types, weighted code and non-weighted code. Similarly, again there is two category. Binary codes may be a reflective code or it may be a sequential code. The code may be a purely numeric code or alphanumeric code. Some of the codes are used for error detection and correction. So we can again classify them as error detecting and correcting codes. So these are the different category of converting the data in a coding format. So in weighted code, here we have a two different code, binary and BCD. I will talk detail in each and every one in detail. So first of all, binary codes which is categorized as a weighted code, we have two types, binary as well as BCD. Non-weighted code having example of XS3 code and gray code. Reflective codes are 2421 code, 5211 code and XS3 codes. Sequential codes are 8421, also called BCD, and XS3. There are different alphanumeric, ASCII code, IBDIC code, and Unicode, and so on. Different types of codes are there. The most popular one is ASCII code. And the two different coding techniques are there. One is parity and another is Hamming coding. So these two techniques are used for error detecting and correcting. So let me have the detailed view of each and every one. So weighted code, basically the codes where each and every digit is assigned with the specific weight according to its position, as we have seen in a decimal numbering system, octal numbering system, binary numbering system. So there the different positions of the different digits are having a different weight. Few codes are there whose positions are not matter, so we can use we can place any of the digit to any of the location. There is no position dependent, so that codes are categorized as non-weighted code. Reflective codes are basically those codes which are having the self-complementing properties. Self-complementing property means what? Suppose the code, whenever we have a data and we take it 9's complement or r's complement, then we will have the same result. So we'll talk detail in each and every reflective by taking some suitable example. There are few codes which are determined by their own order. So suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 so on. So we know 10 is coming up before after 9 and 11 is coming after 10. So if the codes are successively written or used in a sequential manner, they are called sequential codes. Few codes are there which are having alpha as well as numeric character also, as we know in our keyboard system. So laptop keyboard, mouse, laptop or desktop keyboard, or mobile keypad. So they are in the all these devices are using ASCII keyboard. So where there are the different digits 0 to 9, the different alphanumeric digits A to Z, whether in small letter or in caps lock. There are some special symbols. So we can categorize all these codes in alphanumeric as a alphanumeric code. Then two codes, as we have shown, parity as well as Hamming code, they are used to detect error as well as correct the error. So this code is especially used for transmitting the data, where we need to determine the error, whether the received content is having some error or not, and if so, then we are able to correct them. So let me start with the first. This is BCD code. BCD stands for binary coded decimal. This is a symbol, or we can say this is a code, where each and every decimal digit, that is ranges from 0 to 9, is specifically represented in the group of 4 digits. So 0 written in a binary form but having a group of 4. So 0 equivalent to 0000 and 9 equivalent to 1001. So if the decimal digits is represented in binary with a string of 4 bit, then that code is called BCD code. Suppose we have a decimal number 396 and we want to convert them into a BCD. Then individually we have to code this one. So 3 means 0011, 9 means 1001, and 6 means 0110. So this 396. Okay, so this 396 we can written as 0011 for 3, 1001 for 9, and 0110 for 6. So here we have the group of 12 bits to represent 396 written in decimal. The different, since this is a binary coded decimal, so there is a range. 10, suppose after 9 we need, what we need in decimal, we need to use 10. So this 10 is written in a decimal in which manner? First of all, 0 is written as 0 0 0 0. Then 1 is written as 0 0 0 0 0 0 and 1. So 0001 0000 is the equivalent BCD code for decimal 10. Now here we have shown one example where BCD additions are there. So 185, if we want to return, then 1, then 8, then 5. This is equivalent BCD. But whenever we want to convert this decimal number into equivalent binary one, then we have to convert, as we have used in a last lecture, to convert the decimal digit into the binary one, and the equivalent binary digit is 10111001. So this is equivalent binary and this is equivalent BCD code for 185 base 10. Here we have shown a good example. Suppose 4 plus 5 equal to 9 in decimal. Then whenever we perform the same operation in the BCD, then 4 is written as 0100, 5 is written as 0101. By adding this one, we will have 1001, which is equivalent to 9. But whenever we want to add 4 plus 8, so 4 means 0100, 8 means 1000. Whenever we add these two data, then we will have the sum of 1100, and 1100 is invalid BCD, because BCD is ranges from 0 to 9. So what we do here, we add a correction factor 6. This is the main point. Whenever the sum exceeds the BCD range, then we need to add a correction factor of 6. So by again adding the 6, we will have 10010. So here 0010 means 2, and this 1 is considered as a 4-digit form by adding the 0. So 0 0 0 0, this will equal to 1, which is equivalent to 12. In this way we can perform the addition. The key point is what? The key point is, whenever we perform the addition of two BCD number and if the sum lies within the range of BCD, then the result is okay. But whenever we add the two BCD digits and whose sum is beyond this boundary, that is within outside this 0 to 9, then we will have to add correction factor of 6 to achieve the correct BCD digit, right? Another example, the same BCD is also known as 8421 code. So another name of BCD code is 8421 code. Sometimes it is also called natural BCD. It is a positively weighted code. This is a weighted code and also a positively weighted because the weights are in a positive. So here we have shown the another example, 786. So 7 is written here, then 8 is written here, then 6 is written here. This is equivalent to BCD. Other BC codes are there. So decimal 0 to 9 we have shown here. Okay, so BCD code 8421 is same. Another code is 2421 code. Another is XS3 code, 84 minus 2 minus 1 code. So how do we achieve 2421 code? So let us say the example of 3. Let us see the example of 3. So if we want to write the 2421 code for 3, suppose we have written a weight here, 2 4 2 1, and we want to write the 2421 code for 3. So how we can write? If 1 is written here, that means 2, and if 1 is written here, that means 1. So 2 plus 1 equal to 3. So 0 0. So code is what? Code is 0 0 1 0 for equal decimal 3. There is alternate option is also there. So if we want to write the 3, the 2421 code for 3, then another combination we can use here. So this equivalent we can write here 2, and this one is 1 0 and 0. So 1 0 0 1 is another 2421 code for the same digit 3. So in 2421 we can have the different codes for the same decimal digit. Another example we can take, suppose we want to write 7. We want to write 2421 code for 7. So I just write here 2 4 2 1, and for what digit? Decimal 7. So 4 plus 2 plus 1 equal to 7. Here we can put 0. So this is one code for equivalent 7. Another alternate is also possible there. So 2 plus 4 equal to 6 plus 1 equal to 7. So here we can put 0. So another 2421 code for the same 7 is 1101. In this way we can write the 2421 code for the decimal equivalent digits, right? So now another example, XS3 code. XS3 means plus 3 or extra 3. So 0, if we want to write the XS3 code for 0, then 0 added with the 3. 0 is added with the 3 equal to 3. Okay, so 0, the access code written in a 4-digit format, So 0 is written as 0011, that is equivalent to 3. 1 plus 3 equal to 4. So here we have written 0100. 5, so 5 plus 3 equal to 8. So we can write here 1000 equivalent to 5, decimal 5. 8, so 8 plus 3 equal to 11. So 1011 is the equivalent access 3 code for 8. Okay, this is access 3. It means in decimal, first we add plus 3. First we add 3 in that particular digit and then convert that final digit in 4-digit binary pattern. That will be the equivalent access 3 code. Now 8421 minus 2 minus 1 code. So I am just erase it all. So now coming to 84 minus 2 minus 1. So it is also weighted code. So 8 4 minus 2 minus 1. Suppose we want 5. This 5 need to be converted into 8421 code. How we can convert them? So here 1 means 8. 1 here, this means 8 minus 2, since here it is minus. So 8 minus 2 equal to 6, plus 1 is written here. That means 6 minus 1 equal to 5. So we can put here 0. So 1011 is equivalent 84 minus 2 minus 1 code for decimal digit 5. Is it clear? So we can again another example we can take. Suppose we want to write 84 minus 2 minus 1 code for 3. So how we can write here? So if we want to write 3, that means 1 equivalent to 4 minus 1 here, that means 4 minus 1 equal to 3. So 0 we can write here, 0 we can write here. So 0101 is the 84 minus 2 minus 1 code for decimal digit 3. Okay, so in this way we can convert the data, the code, the digit from one code into another. Okay, so let we have the more detail of 2421. So 2421 is also positive weighted code. It is unnatural BCD and it is also a self-complementary. Okay, self-complementary, as we have shown, there are two possibilities are there. So self-complementary codes provide the nines complement of decimal number but just by changing ones and zeros in its equivalent 2421 representation. And what is nines complement? We will talk the different r's and r minus 1's complement in detail in next lecture or next to next lecture. So here this is not mandatory that what is self-complementary. You have to just note the definition of this one. So self-complementary codes are there, are that codes whose nines complement is achieved simply by interchanging ones and zeros. And how we can convert nines complement, tens complement, we will learn separately in another lecture. Okay. Another is 84 minus 2 minus 1 code. So it is also a weighted code, but this is having a negative weight also. So positive weight as well as negative weight. Okay, this is again unnatural and it is also self-complementary. Access 3 code. So this is not a weighted code. This is unweighted code. First thing, this is to be obtained simply by adding 3 in the particular digit. It is also a self-complementary code. Okay. Now another important code that we use in a digital system most importantly is gray code. So the advantage of this code is every adjacent digits adjacent digits are differ by only one bit. Suppose we have written 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So 0 is written as while 0, 0, 0, 0. 1 is equivalent to 0, 0, 0, 1. 2 is equivalent to 0, 0, 1, 0. So here we can see there is a difference of one bit pattern, but from this to this is to be converted from 1 to 0 and this is converted from 0 to 1. That means there are two digits changed. Okay, so the gray codes are the codes, sorry, this is a code to convert or which are having the adjacent digits that differ by only 1. So 0, then 1, then not 2, this is 3, and then we can assume here only one bit position changed. Then 3, from 3 next digit is 2. So 0, 1, 3, 2, 6, 7, 5, 4. This is the bit pattern of gray code. How do we achieve a gray code from the decimal code? We will learn in the next slide. But before that, we can easily obtain what is exactly the gray code. Gray code is the code which is used most importantly in the various applications of the digital systems, especially for the error detection, representing of the data, low power designing, and also simplification of the Boolean algebras. So the quality of this is the gray codes having the adjacent digit, they are differ from only single digit. So 0 to 1 a single digit change, 1 to 3 a single digit change, 3 to 2 single digit change, 2 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 5, 5 to 4. This is the bit pattern of the equivalent gray code for the decimal. Another code is American Standard Code for Information Exchange, simply called ASCII code. So this is alphanumeric code. This is a 7-bit pattern where every symbol, every letter and every special characters are assigned with some hexadecimal value, assigned with the some code. So how we can, this is the simple table of converting the different digits. Normally the digits which are shown in my keypad. So this symbol has dollar, percentage, and bracket, star, plus, minus, and so on. A to Z, small a to Z, 0 to 9. So these are the different symbols. There are 127 symbols are there to represent in a ASCII code. Okay, so there are different codes. They are called ASCII character code. So null, SOH, SOX, ETX. Okay, they are called control characters. So how we can represent the digit, or how we can obtain the ASCII code for equivalent digit? A simplest form for 0 to 9. For 0 to 9, simply we have to add 30H. So 0, the ASCII code for digit 0 is 30H. The ASCII code for 5 is add 30H. So 5 is added by 30 equal to 35H. 9 is equivalent to 39H. So for digit 0 to 9, the equivalent ASCII code can simply be obtained by adding 30H. 5 equivalent to 35H, 7 equivalent to 37H, 9 equivalent to 39H. Then upper letter case A to Z varies from 41H to 5AH, and lower case A to Z varies from 61H to 7AH. So this is equivalent ASCII code for A to Z in upper case and for A to Z in lower case. So there is a table where we can easily determine the equivalent ASCII code for a particular digit. Right? Another is error detecting code. So to detect in a data communication, whenever we have information and we want to send to the receiver, then it is there is some error or not, we can easily determine by appending one more digit. That extra digit which are making the whole information either with the odd parity or with the even parity. So that additional single digit appended to a particular information is called error detecting code. So suppose ASCII codes have 7 bit, where 8th bit is extra added to the code, making the parity as either total even number of ones or total odd number of ones. That additional bit is called parity bit. So whenever we receive the information and if that information containing the even parity, suppose we are sending the information where the information containing the even number of ones, and we are receiving the information where there is again the received data having the even number of ones. That means there is no error. But if the transmitted information, if the transmitted information containing even number of ones but received information containing odd number of ones, it means there is error. So this way we can determine whether the received data having the error or not. So what is parity bit? Parity bit is just an extra bit which is included to the message to make a total number of ones either even or odd. That bit is also called redundancy bit. That extra bit which is added is called redundancy bit. So that bit is added in such a way that total number of ones either having the even or total number of ones are odd. So depending on odd number of ones or even number of ones, we can have that this information is given with odd parity or this information is given with even parity. Okay. So this is error detection code. Now, how we can convert from one code to another code? Suppose we are having a binary code, a 4-bit binary codes are there, B3, B2, B1 and B0. And we want to convert them into equivalent gray code. As I have said, the gray code having the adjacent digits which are differ by a single digit. So suppose if we have the binary code and we want to convert them in a gray code, then how we can convert them? There are some procedure. That procedure we will study in Unit 2, combinational circuit design. But briefly I will explain here how we can convert the binary code into the gray code. First of all, the MSB is written as it is. So B3 data is written as it is, first thing. Then B3 and B2 for forming the XOR gate in between B3 and B2. For forming the XOR gate, XOR operation in between B3 and B2, and whatever will be the result, it is to be written at the second MSB position. After that, this B2 is XORed with B1. B2 is XORed with B1, making the third MSB. Similarly, B1 is XORed with B0, written as a LSB. So again repeating here, if we have a binary information and if we want to convert into a gray code, then simply B3 is written as it is, then B3 and B2 performing the XOR operation in between these two digits, and then the result is to be considered as a second MSB. The successively B2 and B1 performing the XOR operation written as G1, and B1 and B0 performing the XOR operation written as 0. Now by taking an example, suppose if we have binary code 1 0 1 1, this is a binary code, and we want to convert this code into gray code, then what we do, we just return MSB as it is. Then in this we just want to perform XOR operation. So XOR of 1 and 0 equivalent to 1. XOR of 1 0 equal to 1. Similarly, XOR of 0 and 1 is equal to 1. So further here, and the XOR of 1 and 1 is equals to 0. So 1 1 1 0 is equivalent gray code for binary 1011. So here G3 equal to B3, first thing, G2 equal to B3 XOR B2, G1 equal to B2 XOR B1, and G0 equal to B1 XOR B0. This is the operation or the way by which we can convert the binary code into gray code. Sorry, here gray is written as gray code, right? So this is the equivalent table of BCD binary code and gray code. So 0 1 2 3 4, the equivalent gray code is 0 1 3 2 6 7 5 4 12 13 15 14 10 11 9 and 8. This is the equivalent gray code for the binary one. In the reverse, if we have a gray code and if we want to convert them into a binary code, then there is a slight differences. Suppose we are having a gray code here, G3 G2 G1 G0. Then what we do, MSB is written as it is B3, G3 is converted as B3. Now B3 and the second digit is performing the XOR operation and written as B2. Next, B2 and G1 performing the XOR operation, written as B1, and finally B1 and G0 performing the XOR and written as B0. So by taking example 0011, suppose we are having a gray code of 0011 and we want to convert into equivalent binary, right? So 0 is written here, then 0 plus 0 and 0, this in these two data, if we want to perform the XOR operation, then what will be the result? 0 XOR of 0 equal to 0. Next, 0 XOR of 1 equal to 1. 1 XOR of 1 equal to 0. So 0 is here, 0 0 XOR करेंगे. So 0 0 XOR of 1 equal to 1, 1 XOR of 1 equal to 0. So the equivalent binary code for 0011 is 0010. This is equivalent circuit. How do we draw the circuit of equivalent for any Boolean equation? We will study in detail how do we draw the circuit of any of the Boolean expression, right, in coming lectures. This is the table showing the gray code and equivalent binary codes. So this is similar way. Now suppose we are having a decimal number 85 and we want to convert them into XS3 BCD. Then how we can convert? Simply, as we have said, XS3 is obtained by adding the plus 3. So 8 is added with the 3 making 11, and 5 plus 3 equal to 8. Then 11 is written here 1011 and 8 is written here 1000. Thus the XS3 code of 85 decimal is 10111000. So in this way we can convert the different code from one to another. Thank you for this lecture. In next lecture I will study the different Boolean postulates and its use to minimize the Boolean expressions. Thank you.